Hello guys, this is Marcus from Wave Trader Crypto. I hope all of you are doing absolutely great on this first day of the week. And today, once again, I'm going to provide you guys with an update on the current price action on BTC USD. Now, to dive in straight away, we have had quite the interesting price action going on during the Asian session. As you can see, we now touched the lower end of this channel, trend line, some might call it. We had a reaction, we had a pin bar, and went all the way down, not quite as down as previously. So we didn't sweep anything, we didn't have any fake breakouts, and now we're seeing a reaction again. So this is some quite interesting price action going on, and this is why one needs certain confirmation zones to make sure it's a safe spot for buying. Hence why I provided you guys, if you go to 50 minutes, with this zone. If we break through correction pattern 4 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then we have good probability that price will correct, go down, and continue the impulse up according to our plan. But some people might be seeing a proper response here. We've had the up move here. People say, okay, this is the first impulse. Now I'm going to wait. I'm going to buy somewhere here on the lower end, and then we're going to buy. Of course, this might happen, but I like to work with some good probabilities. And for now, in my opinion, there's not good enough probability and not good enough confluence to immediately start buying here. And of course, the people who do this are usually people who indeed get massive returns on their quite risky trades, but they will also lose a lot of them. So if you're willing to do that, sure. To map things out on the 50 minutes right here, we were already trying to guess what the wave count would have been. Now we have a little more information than previous time, so it's not safe to say this is with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, obviously, but it can. It can. And the reason why we have a confirmation if this is indeed the current wave count is if we break this top right here, oops, then it's fairly certain that this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is just one bigger impulse on the higher time frame, correction here, and then the continuation of wave 3 with also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 subwaves, but then a lot more extended on the first wave because wave 3 is the most impulsive wave. Now, to look things a different way, actually let's go 4 hourly, is there is resistance sitting here. And indeed, we had to go to 1 hourly. As we can see, we have a down move, up move, and then again a massive down move. So we know that there is supply here. So if we go back on the 4 hourly, we can see that there's always different perspectives to look at it, and I want to grab as many perspectives as I need to build that confluence. Is that we went to the supply zone, we had the correction, actually we had the reaction, excuse me, we had the reaction, and then another impulse. Then eventually we broke out of the supply zone, which is a good indication that somewhere over here there is a lot of liquidity lingering, because what you would call this, for example, this extreme, so the lowest bar possible, is that this is a flip zone. Flip zone is basically a demand or supply zone, it all depends, that took out another supply zone, meaning that this is an even more powerful demand zone because it had enough liquidity to basically invalidate this supply zone, meaning that somewhere over here there is a lot of liquidity, and we can already see a proper reaction. But like I told you guys, we can only know for certain that this is wave 1, 2, and then continuation to 3, etc. if we break this high. If that happens, all good. If you want to buy, it's risky. You can do it, sure. That's up to you guys, but you know what I would recommend you. Now, for other instances, if we break this area over here, then we know that officially our ABCDE forecast will be invalidated and it will turn into something quite differently. Now I've also extended the trend line over here. I made it parallel to this one because it responded quite well. It's just an indication, an extra indication that price could go lower. So it's always important to have different scenarios and not rely solely on one scenario, because as you guys probably know as well, the crypto market can be quite volatile and sometimes things do not go your way. So that is that for now. Our forecast will remain the same. As soon as this will be invalidated, then I will provide you guys with a different pattern. And obviously, if we break this high, it's just going to be some nice confirmation that this is the first wave, the second wave. Yes, you can trade it. Do I recommend it? No. And even more confirmation is if we break the correction pattern 4 here, because then we know the correction pattern is invalidated here and this will be another bullish movement going on. So for now, sit on your hands, wait for some proper price action, because we are currently in no man's land basically. We're almost practically in the middle. If it breaks through here, the whole pattern, bigger pattern, is validated, and thus we have to recreate another one, which is no problem at all because we have not hit any good confirmation area where we open positions, so we're still sitting on our hands. So we're trading in basically whether you want to go long in this trade range, or this trade range, and this trade range. And for the rest of you guys, just sit on your hands and wait until we have D, and then we wait for confirmation pattern ending E, and then obviously we will start buying. So for now, that's what I recommend you guys. If price action drastically change, I will provide another update for you guys. So that is that for today, guys. Enjoy your day. Have a good one.